Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop Opinions Cuz of Life got kicked out of KCON LA.
4, 5, 6, 7.
1. Kiss of Life just got booted from KCON LA. They were announced as part of the lineup, but the backlash came in hot. People were dragging them all over social media, demanding they get cut, and some fans were even plotting black oceans during their stage. So KCON ended up canceling their appearance after some
I wonder how ahead it was KCON planned already, or did we just hear about the lineup and then they were like, wait a minute, how did you put them in the lineup?
I think it was just we just heard it and everybody's like, oh hell nah.
Oh,
called careful considerations. Is anyone genuinely shocked? If you are, congrats on waking up from your delusional coma. The fact that there were people downplaying the outrage by shouting from their Twitter basements.
I'm a little shocked that KCON actually removed them.
I think it was early on.
I'm not shocked that they that
That's
people were outraged. I'm shocked that people actually KCON actually listened to the people.
What makes what I would be curious about is like if this was something already like set in stone, if they would have been okay also still removing them, because early on it was like, okay, I mean, we were in the planning phase anyways, nothing was set in stone. This is like some like, you know, just a kickoff. They can fill in the spot definitely for sure, but also considering that, you know, Kiss of Life is still a fairly new group, they don't have that pull like a group like Blackpink would have, because I don't know if KCON would still make the same decision if it was a different more popular group.
Yeah.
That the backlash was just a keyboard warrior fantasy is beyond pathetic. Real consequences finally came knocking, and y'all can't handle the fact that your faves aren't immune to backlash after casually dipping their toes into blatant racism. Speaking of which, can we just collectively drag KCON LA through the dirt while we're at it? How many racist scandals does one event need before fans get it through their thick skulls to stop shoveling money at a company that repeatedly shows it doesn't give a crap about their basic dignity? Racist incident after racist incident, and fans still line up like sheep handing over hundreds of dollars just to get treated like disposable wallets with
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, what confidence you had
about?
in KCON? Yeah.
legs. And let's brutally demolish this pathetic excuse of a narrative that the decision to remove Kiss of Life was somehow mutual. Mutual? Please, someone clearly got
That's
spooked.
what I said. It's not mutual. It's mutual on paper only.
Either Kiss of Life's management realized their racist girls were about to get verbally annihilated on stage, or KCON panicked at the looming PR disaster. Most likely both happened simultaneously, and neither side deserves sympathy. They're not sorry. They're terrified of viral TikToks and Twitter threads.
I think
Speaking
so.
of disgusting,
I think
those
it's
so-called
more that.
Yeah.
apologies scrawled on Instagram like some rushed third-grade homework.
Because then you
Absolute
wouldn't
garbage.
have put him in the lineup. Like, why put him in the lineup just fresh out of a controversy?
Yeah, I think they just, try to save face.
How many times do companies have to pull this weak handwritten note nonsense before everyone stops accepting it as genuine accountability? It's not. The public isn't stupid, but companies constantly bank on fans' collective amnesia and inability to hold their faves accountable past one comeback cycle. What Kiss of Life did set an awful precedent. Do racism, fake apologize, wait it out and repeat. So finally seeing actual consequences happen feels revolutionary, but also tragically overdue. Is this progress? Possibly, but don't hold your breath. Bigger groups with deeper pockets still get away with literal racism all the time. So let's keep the celebration muted. This particular scandal didn't fly under the radar precisely because the racism was blatant enough to make everyone uncomfortable. Not just black fans, but literally anyone with basic human decency. Yet some still tried playing mental gymnastics to defend Kiss of Life, but others did problematic stuff too. Yeah, and it was trash behavior then as well, Patricia. Dragging other groups to deflect blame doesn't make Kiss of Life's actions any less vile. It just proves the industry has a deep-rooted racism issue that's conveniently ignored as long as the charts are high. Kiss of Life are grown adults fully capable of not being racist. Pretending otherwise is insulting to fans' intelligence. Stop infantilizing your faves to justify your bad taste. Also, can we roast the delusional part of their fandom who were ready to attend KCON just to support them? Imagine having that little self-respect, or worse, actively supporting artists who spit in your face and laughed about.
I mean, all the K-pop groups have those fans that the group can do no wrong. Like, look, even the Kim Soo-hyun guy has fans that are rooting for him still. So, But to be fair, Kim Soo-hyun, I don't know. Kim Soo-hyun that case is a little interesting. So maybe, no, innocent until proven guilty. Not good comparison, but
And Tail?
also he's not proven guilty yet. Now, okay, even Diddy is.
Oh my god.
I don't know, like, he's in the court fighting for his life out there. So
no, everyone knows he's like, he did something wrong. It's just how much time they want to give him. Really,
he did
he's
something
fighting
wrong,
for life.
but
He's like fighting not to get life. That's what he's doing.
he did something wrong, but in the court, it seems like, it's a little sticky situation there. But anyway, yeah, so all of those have still their defenders. So it's just some people, it's like a cult, some people you cannot do no wrong. They're just brainwashed.
about it. KCON is a massive festival. The audience isn't just your little echo chamber of devoted stans. There's a whole demographic directly insulted and disrespected by their recent actions. Nobody wants to see a group they can't trust or respect prancing around stage while pretending nothing happened. So spare us the sob stories about hostile crowds. Nobody owes racist performers comfort on stage. Being publicly uncomfortable is literally the bare minimum consequence they deserve. If the audience decided to silently stare at them with pure disappointment instead of cheering, that'd still be generous compared to what Kiss of Life actually deserves. Now let's tackle the thinly veiled racist narratives about violent crowds that inevitably pop up whenever black and brown fans express justified anger. Cut the crap. These fans aren't violent, they're fed up. Stop projecting racist stereotypes every time marginalized fans rightfully demand basic respect. It's predictable, exhausting, and disgusting. And it speaks volumes that this industry still resorts to racist dog whistles in 2025 instead of just admitting they messed up and need to genuinely change. Which brings me to my next rant. How the heck do K-pop companies continue being this culturally ignorant in the year 2025? They desperately want international coin but consistently fail at the bare minimum of basic.
Yeah, I don't know. We've been saying they need to hire somebody like from overseas, and not just obviously for culture and sensitivity, yeah, but also for fucking lyrics. God damn it. Like, come on.
I don't know how many people would want this job. Do you know how like kind of weird and awkward it is to explain to people, okay, doing this is racist.
So I
Don't
think,
do that.
I think the
Isn't that
person,
awkward?
No, I think the person, they hire shouldn't be like a minority. It can be like a white person, but somebody who has common sense. Like, cause yeah, like, for you it would be real annoying for every person you meet explain over and over again why it's wrong. But I feel like for like a white person who's don't have to deal with it, for whom it's just a job to keep explaining, I think it's okay. Like, it's just any other job. Like, it's not personal. You just are doing a job. Like, for a black person or like any other minority, it would be personal. So like, it gets overwhelming because it's like, ugh. But when it's not personal, it's just a job. It's no different than going mopping the floors, 8 hours a day. It's like, just explain the same shit over. And it's not like explaining. You explain it once, do a seminar, but then you kind of just prove the music videos, you prove the songs to make sure there isn't anything going. You, I guess, prove the lives because apparently, they don't know what the fuck they do. So it's that type of thing.
It's so interesting that to have a whole job to be assigned for cultural sensitivity.
I think big companies have these people, like here in the States.
I've never seen them before.
I think they do have, like, it's HR. I think it's part of HR. I think HR department is just to kind of navigate, all the diversity and whatnot.
Because this became a new thing. Because I heard like Starbucks, they closed down one time because they have to do cultural sensitivity.
I remember there was
But
something happening.
I'm curious to what is that. When I was younger and I worked in the movie theaters, we never had this kind of training
I think
before.
the thing is, right, you grew up in a city, Miami, very mixed people, all kinds of people.
Doesn't mean there's no racism.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. If you go down like in the deep south, or like somewhere like not deep south, maybe deep south there's a lot of black people actually, but let's say Wyoming, Montana, there isn't a black person in sight. So those people, they never met a black person probably. So now they go into a city like Miami, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't understand it, and you get the situation. So I think that's why you need training, is for those people that never dealt with minorities. And not just here in the States, like in Asia, and not just Asia, Lithuania.
The thing is that the person going for that work, they're actually like working in this space. The person you described is like, oh, just passing by. Like these girls, Kiss of Life, they're actually like, that's part of their job is to sing, dance, rap, but they have no clue about the cultural significance of what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly, because that's their job, is not to be aware of the significance. Their job is to just be like a like a
So I don't think teaching them is like, in a way, teaching them for them to understand is just really to get by, to
Yes,
get money.
absolutely,
It
yes.
comes across not
Yes.
genuine, which
It's
is still a
definitely-
big problem.
it's definitely not teach them
So
to
you
understand. It's teach
teaching-
them to not
you
to
teaching
put
the-
on a face to not insult anybody.
Yeah, and you're teaching them to become more profitable, but at the same time, I don't think they generally understand.
Yeah,
They're
that's
just knowing how to get by. It's
Yeah.
like you have like a star athlete, they're good at sports, but in order to play in the sport, they have to get good grades in school. So what you do is you have someone do the homework for them, but they're the ones to turn it in, like they understand the assignment. but really they still have not a
This
clue.
this is exactly what you're describing. Yes, is this. That's exactly what they need these people for. The idols, nobody, they don't care enough to understand.
I don't think
They
so.
just don't want the fuck ups to happen. So that's why you hire a person, the sensitivity coordinator or whatever. It's not for to make them understand, but to make them not make mistakes.
Because as the coordinator yourself, if you truly believe for understanding of culture and you're passionate about that, you do want people to understand. But if you're more in the position that, oh, you're just collecting a check so they can get by, it's like,
Yes,
wow,
and that's exactly
crazy.
why I said it shouldn't be like a person of minority who's like
I don't
passionate
think it
about
could
It
be.
should be no.
I don't think it
Yeah,
could
yeah, I know.
be.
That's what I'm saying. It should be just be like any like a white person, whatever. You just somebody who's exposed to Western culture, you know, the racism, whatever, understands it and just collects the check. That's the job. Because yeah, a person like who's passionate about it, they couldn't handle it. It's too much.
Basic human respect and research. Kiss of Life scandal and SM's last year drama where they banned OT7 Rise
It's
fans
kind of
from
like
Mama
I remember like when the settlers first came to the States and they were allies with the Native Americans. Native Americans showed them around. Look, this is the space, this is the vibe, this is the energy. Next thing you know, once they pick up the vibe and the energy, they wiped out Native Americans.
Well, okay, yeah, I guess
That's
you can make the
that's
same
the
argument,
same
but ain't no
thing.
way K-pop is raising hip hop. That's just not happening.
Um,
Not happening.
LA prove they clearly know when they've botched it. They only pretend to care when they fear their cash flow drying up. It's repulsive how blatant their
when you
motivations
start
are.
seeing, okay, you say that, but when you start seeing like awards, like for example, given to Macklemore
That was bad. I agree.
and opposing to someone else who
Kendrick,
had a
yes.
higher selling
Yes.
album,
That
that's when
that
you start
was
seeing it happen.
yeah, but that has to be fair, that has nothing to do with K-pop.
No, I'm just saying in spaces where you don't think it's gonna happen, but it could, and it has happened before. So nothing's impossible.
I'm
Or
saying
can
I'm talking
possible.
about K-pop. K-pop is
Oh,
not.
you don't know that.
I-
You don't know that. It's a growing. Like you're
it's
getting
not.
like superstars come out. Like you have
Oh,
a
sure, there's
you have a rapper Lisa, and she's getting big gigs, and you're wondering
she's
how
a
is she
laughing
getting
stock.
the gigs?
She's here for people to
No, they're
laugh
not
at
laughing.
her.
No, I
Come
don't think
on,
so. I don't
yes.
think
Nobody
so.
takes her seriously. Are you kidding me?
I don't think so. I say keep an eye on it.
Stop.
Keep
No.
an eye on
Nobody
it.
takes her seriously.
Never genuine empathy, only panicked attempts at damage control. It's about profit margins, not people. This industry wants international validation without having to respect international audiences. Ultimately, this cancellation isn't just a minor win for accountability. It's a glaring reminder of how far we still have to go. Kiss of Life isn't going to vanish overnight. They'll likely slink back to Korean and Japanese markets and pretend like nothing happened. Maybe they'll even squeeze out another half-hearted apology if sales start tanking domestically. But real change? It won't happen until these incidents consistently impact their wallets. Fans need to decide if supporting talent outweighs personal dignity, because when you buy a ticket after incidents like these, you're directly financing racism. And before anyone cry about change, it sure as heck doesn't happen in a month. And what changes y'all are talking about? Please enlighten us. Kiss of Life gambled on our willingness to forgive racism and now they're paying the price. And FYI, they were on the top of my stan list. But if this industry ever genuinely wants to evolve, accountability can't be optional. It has to be standard. 2. Let's talk about Aespa's comeback. It was reported they're dropping a new album in June, but a lot of people are confused since just a few days ago. SM shared their scheduled releases for the year, and according to that
girls, they
Aespa,
never take a break. Aespa, they say come back. I say you guys never left. I'm like, where is this?
You're right, they never left.
Like,
Why this
how?
comeback when you
How
never
is this a
left?
comeback?
Yeah, Aespa, I don't know, man.
They're a hardworking group, but
don't-
they're gonna make themselves like worn out thin.
I'm honestly starting to suspect that Aespa is the only money-making
Yeah,
group
they're
is SM.
carrying. Yeah,
I don't think anybody else
they
that
paying
makes money.
the light bill, the water bill,
Gotta
the
be, the
telephone
AC,
bill, the AC bill, the
everything.
lunch bill is all covered
It's,
by
I gotta be
Aespa.
Aespa because, like, come on, like the group is really, their performances are deteriorating, and it's not even their fault. Like, you know, gotta understand the girl's been performing nonstop for like what, 2 fucking years. Like, I mean, give them a break for fuck's sake.
were supposed to release a single in June and an EP in Q3. But then again, you can never trust SM's planning because it changes every 5 minutes. They low-key treat Aespa's album schedules like a chaotic group chat full of last-minute decisions and impulsive swaps. Unlike groups like Le Seraphim who look like they've got their entire discography outlined through 2030, Aespa's tracklists are just spontaneous combustion. For instance, Supernova and Armageddon weren't even remotely planned for mid-last year. The original blueprint was Whiplash, and drama
Yeah, they
wasn't
don't get
even
no break.
considered for the title track until the
Karina,
girl.
she was on G Dragon's song. Like she even working. Ning Ning, she's on Jay Park's album that he just dropped. A little back, the last
Yeah, yeah.
album. Like the girls don't get a break.
And they did their solo songs too.
They have their solos. Uh-oh.
Girls
School
themselves pushed for it.
performances.
Furthermore, Drama and My World were originally meant to be one full album before SM decided to slice them in half, which honestly explains why Aespa's B-sides often feel disjointed. They don't build on the title track's concept. They just cram in whatever demos they can to fill the track list. SM's entire approach is basically crossing their fingers and hoping it all clicks in post-production. That said, the reports mentioned a new album but didn't specify what kind, so it could very well still be a single album after all. Hearts to Hearts are also making a comeback in June because of course SM can't go 1
Okay.
month without overlapping their artists and throwing multiple groups into the same promo cycle. And they're not the only ones. Isna's coming back too. Member Jiyeon is still on hiatus for health reasons. She's been out since February, missed the last comeback sign, and now she's sitting this one out too. Naturally, fans are starting to worry. She's a rookie, barely had time to establish herself, and now she's vanishing from back-to-back promotions with barely a whisper from Wake One. That kind of silence makes people spiral. But at the same time, let's not jump straight to conspiracy mode. I get the suspicion. Companies do lie sometimes. But I also understand why they keep things vague. When someone's dealing with health or personal issues, they're not obligated to share medical records with us. It's only been 3 months and not everything needs to be dissected by the public. Sometimes privacy isn't a red flag, so be concerned but don't assume the worst just yet. 4. Meow's first encore stage was fire. Isn't it funny how encore stages only become viral when a group completely bombs? Suddenly every stan and their grandma is a certified vocal coach the moment someone hits one flat note. But the minute a group effortlessly belts out studio quality vocals while dancing their butts off, it's radio silence. These girls were eating choreo and vocals for breakfast, yet the acknowledgement is non-existent. Sure, Anna was shaky, sounding flat and off-key.
Well, we didn't see the encore, so I can't comment on that. But Meow is really good group. Like technically vocal, they sound really good.
They're proving themselves.
They're proving themselves for sure.
Due to nerves, but the dragging online completely overshadowed how Naren, Gaon, Suin, and Ella absolutely bodied their parts. They served the same flawless live performance we've consistently seen from them on variety and music shows. But no, instead of highlighting actual talent, everyone's obsessed with tearing Anna apart, which proves it's never about skills. It's always about hunting for that petty gotcha moment. 5. Lisa just dropped the MV for When I'm With You featuring Tyla, easily one of the better tracks off Alter Ego. Yeah, it's got a sprinkle of that rich baddie rap energy Lisa can't resist throwing in. But once you get past the flex bars, the rest of the track actually breathes. Tyla's butter-smooth vocals and that unmistakable South African groove force Lisa to ease off the heavy-handed attitude and actually vibe in a more chill conversational flow. Did Tyla overshadow her? Yes, Tyla's voice is miles away from Lisa's, especially with how the melodies are stripped back. You need a strong technique to deliver. And Afrobeat's shimmer
Why are we
mixed with
talking
R&B
about
warmth
this
was
now?
the
The
perfect
song been out.
She dropped the music video yesterday.
Oh.
combination for Tyla, but I'd say Lisa held her own. But sweetie, we're still waiting for that accountability. Any minute now. 6. Jin's
Oh, nice.
comeback, Don't Say You Love Me played things too safe. First of all, the track is chained to a boringly predictable pop skeleton, major to minor flips that anyone who's listened to 5 minutes of mainstream radio can guess 3 bars in advance. Jin's vocal approach? It's clean, yeah,
Except for that "kill me" line. I could not guess that. That line came out of nowhere.
but it's emotionally sterile, like he's reading lyrics off a teleprompter at gunpoint rather than genuinely living them. He hits every note just fine, but there's zero emotional dirt under his fingernails. If you're gonna deliver a song about love falling apart, show me some damage, crack the facade and give me the vulnerability. Then there's the melody, which honestly sounds cobbled together from a bunch of half-remembered hits from a decade ago. Seriously, is originality dead or did they just skip that step entirely? And don't even get me started on that over-processed production. It's like every hint of
I feel like with Jin, they always go extra hard on him. Like, why?
She's not wrong though. The song. Here's what happened. We were gonna react to the whole album. We reacted to this, and we decided not to react to the album. So that's what we feel about the song. The song is okay. It's not bad, but it's not J-Hope's song for me. J-Hope's both of the songs, Mona Lisa and what was it, Sweet Dreams?
Mm-hmm.
Both of those songs are really good. This song,
I think feel like he's trying to find like, okay, his audience is like, is not the West.
he made the song for the West because it was all English.
Yeah, but it's
But
still,
it's-
but I don't think it's not for the West. It's not for the
Like,
West.
whereas
I feel like it would do a little bit nicer in the melon charts, but there's some content in there that I don't think that it is permissible
the
for the
"Kill
audience.
Me" line.
Yeah.
Oh, that line I did not.
So it's like in an
understand.
awkward middle. Like it's
Uh,
it's like trying to occupy 2 spaces at once.
Whereas like with J-Hope, both of the songs were charting, and we were guessing, oh, this is gonna chart.
I don't know about this
I
one.
don't think this song is gonna make the Billboard chart. Like the Billboard Global, yeah, of course, the army gonna eat it up. But in the US,
Hmm.
I will be surprised if when we react to Billboard Hot 100 2 weeks from now, well, a week and a half, it's gonna make the list. I would be very surprised.
Do you think his age has something to do with this?
No, I think she hit it right on. I didn't feel the emotion in the song. It felt like he's singing it, but he doesn't mean it. I
Or
think
these are not his feelings.
I think it's probably because it's in English. He's can't, it's a foreign language. He can't really convey that emotion. I think maybe that's why. I don't know. But this one, yeah, this was okay. I don't think it was bad because the song wasn't bad. It was okay. If I was to give a rating, I'd give it like a 7. But it wasn't like, yeah, as I said, we listened to this and we were gonna react to the whole album. But after this, I kind of decided that this album is just not really.
You decided?
We both decided because we talked about it.
Okay.
Yes, this album, it's not really our style of music, so we're gonna pass on that reaction.
Tension, grit, or imperfection got sanitized in an obsessive quest for glossy perfection,
Well, for me,
leaving the
at
track
least,
emotionally neutered.
I didn't feel the emotions was real
Yes.
for me to want to
Yeah.
dive into this or see more.
Something was missing. Something definitely was missing.
Lyrics that should pack a
It's not
punch
about
just
style
slide
for
right
me.
off you because the vocals don't match their weight. He sings
You're right, because like Måneskin also goes in rock, but fuck, it's exciting. I don't know. Måneskin's just exciting to rewatch the music video. It makes you want to watch, it makes you want to listen. And I don't even listen to rock like that. This, it wasn't even that rocky. It was like a pop rock, but it just didn't. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. It didn't hook me. It is what it is.
about heartache with the urgency of someone ordering lunch.
Okay. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible. Bye, guys.